February 27th, 2026. While most of America slept, nature rewrote the rules. A tornado touched down in Jefferson County, Alabama, destroying homes and shattering a pattern that had held for over a century. This wasn't supposed to happen. Not in February. Not in Alabama. Not while Kansas and Oklahoma sit completely quiet. I'm Irina Bondarenko, and what happened in Pinson 3 days ago is the smoking gun that proves everything meteorologists feared is now reality. The Midwest's tornado season is over. The Southeast's nightmare has just begun, and 40 million people are about to discover they're living in the most dangerous tornado zone in American history. But here's what keeps me awake at night. If traditional Tornado Alley can simply vanish and reappear 500 miles away, what other climate patterns are about to shift without warning? And how many Americans will pay the price for assuming the weather maps they grew up with still apply? Jefferson County has experienced tornadoes before, but what makes this event extraordinary is the timing. Historically, Alabama's tornado season begins in March, peaking in April and May. February tornadoes were statistical anomalies, rare events that meteorologists would document as exceptions to established patterns. The Jefferson County tornado wasn't just unseasonably early, it was devastatingly powerful. An EF3 with sustained winds of 150 miles per hour, it carved a 17-mile path through communities never designed to withstand such forces. 8 lives lost, 43 injured, and over 200 structures damaged or destroyed. All in a month that should have been climatologically quiet. Historical records tell us this shouldn't happen. The University of Alabama's Climate Research Center has documented tornado activity in the state since 1874. Their data shows that February tornadoes of this magnitude occurred approximately once every 20 years throughout the 20th century. But in the past decade, 4 EF3 or stronger February tornadoes. Something fundamental has changed. The scientific explanation begins 30,000 feet above us. The polar jet stream, that river of air that governs weather patterns across North America, has shifted. Arctic warming has weakened the temperature gradient between northern and southern latitudes, causing the jet stream to meander dramatically southward and remain there for extended periods. Dr. Marcus Reynolds, lead atmospheric scientist at the National Weather Center, explains, "What we're witnessing is atmospheric physics responding to changing baseline conditions. The jet stream pattern that used to position itself over Oklahoma in April is now settling over Alabama in February. This isn't a temporary anomaly, it's the new normal." For generations, Americans understood Tornado Alley as a fixed geographical concept, a corridor stretching from Texas through Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska. Television weather maps reinforced this understanding, showing the same red warning polygons year after year. Emergency management systems were built around this stable pattern. Insurance rates reflected this geographic certainty. That map is now obsolete. NOAA's Severe Storms database reveals a shocking trend. Traditional Tornado Alley states have experienced a 42% decrease in EF3 or stronger tornadoes since 2018. During that same period, southeastern states, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Georgia, and the Carolinas have seen a 67% increase. The statistics tell only part of the story. What meteorologists find most alarming is the changing seasonal distribution. The traditional April to June tornado peak has flattened and spread, with January to March now accounting for 38% of all violent tornadoes nationwide, up from just 12% historically. This shift creates a perfect storm of vulnerability. Southeastern states have higher population densities, more heavily forested landscapes that obscure approaching tornadoes, higher poverty rates, more mobile homes, and fewer basement shelters than traditional Tornado Alley states. Dr. Anita Sharma, emergency management specialist with FEMA, warns, "The infrastructure we've built over decades to protect Americans from tornadoes is increasingly in the wrong place. Warning systems, shelters, first responder training, all calibrated for a pattern that's rapidly becoming obsolete." The most alarming aspect of this shift isn't just geographic, it's demographic. Traditional Tornado Alley runs through some of America's most sparsely populated regions. The new tornado hotspot encompasses major metropolitan areas including Birmingham, Atlanta, Nashville, Memphis, Charlotte, and dozens of smaller cities. Census data reveals approximately 40 million Americans now live in counties experiencing significant increases in violent tornado activity, nearly 4 times the population of traditional Tornado Alley. This population difference explains why meteorologists fear catastrophic human consequences. The 2011 super outbreak, which killed 324 Americans, primarily in Alabama and surrounding states, may become the new baseline rather than the exception. Adding to the danger is the psychological element. Midwesterners grew up with tornado drills and community shelters. Southeastern Americans, while familiar with hurricanes and flooding, lack the generational knowledge and infrastructure to handle frequent violent tornadoes. Wireless emergency alerts designed to provide critical minutes of warning often fail in densely wooded southeastern landscapes. Tornado sirens, common throughout Kansas and Oklahoma, are sparse in Alabama counties. School buildings in traditional Tornado Alley were designed with reinforced safe rooms, a feature largely absent in southeastern educational facilities. The housing difference is particularly stark. In Oklahoma, approximately 32% of homes have basements or storm shelters. In Alabama, just 11%. Mobile homes, which account for nearly half of all tornado fatalities, despite housing only 7% of Americans, are twice as common in southeastern states as in the Midwest. Climate scientists emphasize that this shift represents more than a statistical blip. Advanced modeling from the National Climate Assessment indicates the pattern will likely intensify over the next 15 to 20 years. The jet stream configuration that enabled the Jefferson County tornado is projected to occur 3 times more frequently by 2040. Insurance companies have begun quietly adjusting risk models, with premiums in southeastern states projected to increase by 23 to 41% over the next 5 years for tornado coverage. Meanwhile, traditional Tornado Alley states may see modest decreases. Municipal budgets across the southeast face new strains. Emergency shelters, warning systems, and first responder training require significant investment, creating unfunded mandates for counties already struggling financially. The meteorological community finds itself racing to adapt prediction models designed for Midwestern geography to southeastern terrain. Warning times in traditional Tornado Alley average 17 minutes. In the southeast's complex landscapes, just 9 minutes. What happened in Jefferson County is tragic, but it's also prophetic. It represents the vanguard of a climate shift that's redrawing America's hazard maps in real time, leaving millions in a danger zone they never anticipated. This isn't about politics or debate, it's simple atmospheric physics playing out with human consequences. The question isn't whether Tornado Alley has shifted, but how quickly we can adapt emergency systems, construction practices, and public awareness to this new reality before the next inevitable outbreak strikes. That's why Earth Attacks is launching our Tornado Safety Initiative across the Southeast. Visit our website to access free preparedness guides, home retrofit plans, and community shelter maps. Download our app for real-time warnings that outperform standard alerts in difficult terrain. Share this video with anyone in the new danger zone, because knowledge saves lives when minutes matter. Remember, the weather patterns we grew up with are history. Preparation for the patterns emerging now could mean the difference between life and death when the sirens sound. Stay safe, stay informed, and stay tuned to Earth Attacks.